If you're tired of waiting for your manifestations to come, you keep checking your bank balance, you keep checking the likes, but there's nothing there, what I'm about to tell you will blow your mind. Your manifestation has already happened. That's right. When you manifest, the second you convince your brain that your future has already taken place, it has now created a series of incidents for you to follow to reach that manifestation. It has already made up a path for you to walk on. It has set up people, places, circumstances, situation that will act as a bridge for you. Walking on this path comes with very small, very crucial challenge, and that is where everybody fails. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Anu. I completely transformed my life. 180 degrees. I beat depression, I dealt with everything that life threw at me, and now I help women all over the world do the same. You have reached one of my spirituality videos, but I also help you deal with toxic friends, toxic friendships, productivity, procrastination, relationship issues, you name it. Before I begin, I would love if you could take this moment to subscribe to help me continue this channel and also reach a lot more people. Awesome. Thank you so much. And now without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, the challenge I was talking about is that you have to stay convinced of your future with your eyes open. See, your manifestation happens instantly, which means you're already linked to the potential in the quantum where you have your desired reality. But there's a lag in the system. It takes a little while for your manifestations to materialize. The time it takes, it depends on your vibration, your faith, your belief, etc. But here's the good part. Between the time it takes for your manifestation to materialize as a thing, as an experience, or as a feeling, the universe creates a path for you using a series of incidents. But you cannot walk on this path using your logical or analytical mind because it is your intuition that knows the way. Let me help you understand that with an example. So you can't see radio frequencies, right? But right now, if you brought a radio in and you turned it on, you could tune into a frequency which would play a song. You can't see the frequencies, but they're still there. At the right tuning, it will materialize and show up for your senses. Similarly, you also have to tune yourself to the frequency that you want, and the second you do that, it will show up in 3D for you. Now, if I keep hearing static on the radio and so I turn it off because I don't think anything else will show up, I will never hear anything that I want. Or if I switch it off because it keeps playing the channels that I don't want, again, I will never get to the part where my favorite song comes on. So all you need is patience and belief that even though all you hear right now is white noise, if you keep tuning, if you keep moving the dial forward, you will reach the right frequency and you'll be able to tune into the song that you want. Now, if you're visualizing and now you're elevated because you just lived a day in your life as a millionaire, now that you open your eyes, you check your bank balance and there's the same amount as before, you're feeling lack again. You're separate again. Now, suppose you also open your Instagram and then you see your friend has bought a new car. Now you're feeling insecure and jealous. You're back to square one. You're back to turning the radio off because your channel didn't arrive yet and you don't want to hear your friend's tune. Now, I have a question for you here. If you truly believe that as long as you keep turning the dial on and moving the dial forward, your song will come on, would you still feel insecure and jealous of your friend's song? Or would you feel happy because that is a proof that the radio is working? So if you're wondering why you've been doing everything, meditating, visualizing, affirming, but nothing is happening, this is why. It's because you believe with your eyes closed, but as soon as you open your eyes, you are back into your old self again. You start thinking like your old self, which means you start acting like your old self, which means you will recreate the life of your old self. You're raising your frequency for that 1% of the day, and the remaining 99% is doubts, it's jealousy, it's comparison, it is every low frequency emotion. Now, everyone with even the basic knowledge of mathematics can tell you that your overall frequency, that 1% is not going to count because your overall frequency is too low for your manifestation to occur, even though it's already happened, but it's too low for you to see it in 3D. But don't worry because there's a lot of ways to fix this. First, increase the amount of daydreaming in your day. So you can visualize more, you can meditate multiple times a day. Or you can increase the cues that remind you to get into your future self and not your old self. So you can have affirmations as your wallpaper. This is where vision boards come in. You can have fridge magnets with affirmations. You can keep sticky notes on your mirror. Anything that cues you and reminds you that you need to stay in your future self and not go to your past self. Another way, and I was watching this in a Joe Dispenza lecture, is that you can become super aware of your old self. Every night before you go to bed, just note down every time that you repeated certain thoughts of lack, every time you thought certain things that separated you from your future self, every time you felt comparison, jealousy, because chances are that you keep repeating the same thinking loop every single day. But when you're aware of it, you can look at it as your old self. Because it's like it's no longer you. You're so aware that you can separate yourself from it the second it happens. You can also surround yourself with people who have already achieved what you want. If you know such a person, hang out with them more. If you don't know such a person, read biographies or watch podcasts of people that inspire you. Success stories will help increase your faith and belief before you even get anything, before you even get anywhere. It will change what is normal for you, what is your threshold for success. Because if I'm always surrounded by people for whom 20,000 per month is a big thing, that is my normal. I will think that this is the normal. But if I'm around people who are driving Lamborghinis, who are driving Ferraris, who are earning millions per month, that'll become my new normal. I will know that this is possible too. And if it is possible for all these people, it's also possible for me. Another way, and I love this, is to stop consuming and start creating. Separation is an illusion, but that illusion shows up even more when you're constantly checking your Instagram, stalking your friends to see what they're up to, or doom scrolling. But if you focus on creating, you will be in a state of flow that blocks any attention towards what others are doing. And if you don't see the illusion, you don't get tangled in the illusion, and you can stay in your desired frequency. You'll be content and you'll be focused on your creation and what it means for the world. Next, you can make a note of every small win. Every time you get unexpected money, even if it's just 1 rupee, you take it, you accept it, and you truly feel gratitude because you got money out of nowhere. That is the feeling you want more of, right? Enjoy it, celebrate it, feel grateful for it. The greatest anecdote to every low frequency emotion is gratitude. Every time someone comments on your post, every time someone tells you that they appreciate your work, take the time to receive the compliment. Let it sit in your body and feel grateful for it. I kid you not, every time someone messages me or comments on my videos that I have helped them in any way, or if I see that there's more engagement on my video than I anticipated, I will literally screenshot it. Because one, it helps me stay in touch with my why and my purpose when things get hard. And two, it helps me keep faith when things aren't working out, that they did work out at one point and they will again. Three, it helps me remember the feeling so that I can visualize better, that I can tune into that feeling better because I know the feeling. I know the feeling of receiving unexpected money even if it was just 1 rupee. And four, it helps me train my subconscious to feel okay, feel good in receiving. Earlier, if somebody complimented me, I kid you not, I would literally tighten up. My entire body would tighten up and I would try my best to dodge the compliment. Now, the more I give myself time to really breathe in the compliment and feel grateful for it, the more comfortable I get receiving and accepting such compliments. Along with everything, to really walk on the path that has been curated especially for you to walk on to reach your desired reality, you need to think less and do more. You need to allow your energy to guide you because that's the way you will receive the feeling that you want. If you plan it, you force it, and if you force it, you resist it. You resist ease, you resist surrender, and you resist detachment. This is where the feeling of if I work more, I will have more comes in. This is where people feel that if they're not productive, everything will fall apart because they are not surrendering, because they don't understand that the manifestation has already happened. If only you allowed yourself to just move through it, go with the flow, you'll notice that your energy always knows where to go. It always guides you. There are certain things that raise your energy. There are certain paths that you feel like taking. There are certain opportunities that don't feel right. Now, if you do anything because your logical mind says you should, or your scarcity mindset thinks that you can't afford to say no to, you are resisting your manifestation. You are creating separation. And that's why the whole faith deal is so important. You can't just keep affirming it. You have to truly believe it. And the only way to believe it is to go through with it. The thing is that your system is built in a way that every time you do something that's new or unfamiliar, it will be uncomfortable. Every time you go against a pattern, there's gonna be resistance, there's gonna be discomfort. But that is why you need to be tuned in with yourself so you can separate intuition from anxiety. And the way to be tuned and grounded is to spend more time doing nothing and spend more time in nature. If you plan every minute of your day, you won't know how to receive something when it comes to you unexpectedly. You will resist it, and your manifestation almost always show up in unexpected ways. So imagine the amount of times your bridge might have shown up for you to walk on, but you resisted it because you were getting late, because you had somewhere else to go, because you couldn't say no to a friend. Similarly, if you never spend any time doing nothing, you will never know how your body responds to certain people, certain situations, certain places, certain emotions. I've become aware enough to know what makes my shoulders raise up. I've become aware enough to know when my breath becomes shallow. And because I'm aware, it is much easier for me to ground myself, to calm myself down every time my subconscious feels unsafe, every time I need to loosen up. Once you learn how to connect with your body, you'll be much better equipped to see synchronocities and signs from the universe that you're always looking for. They're always there, but you're always busy doing something else because you already planned the entire day. Because you wanted things to happen a certain way, now they're happening some other way, and you're not even seeing it because it's not the way you wanted it to be. That is how you resist your own path. That is how you resist your own manifestation. You're better equipped to move through your day as your future self by making decisions as them, instead of falling trapped to the matrix and getting stuck in the feeling of lack and competition. Because that puts you in a place where now you are trying to survive. And if you're trying to survive, you cannot be creative. Your brain cannot be in survival mode and creative mode at the same time. And creativity is the path to every single door that universe wants you to open. So it's not about doing more, because doing more means you believe that if you did something or if you didn't do something, your manifestation would not come to you. But nothing can stop it from coming to you because it's already happened. That is the level of faith you need, because in that level of faith, you can experiment, you can be creative, because you already know that it's happened. You already know that everything has worked out. You're just trying different doors to see which one works out for you. You're no longer trying to survive because you're no longer worried what if it never shows up, because you know that's not possible. It has already happened. Once you accept that, and I mean truly accept that everything is done, you'll just have to walk and follow the signs that are so clearly laid out for you. If only you trusted your energy, if only you gave yourself time to do nothing and just be present. I will be doing most of the things that I told you religiously now more than ever, because as humans, we tend to fall back into our old patterns and habits, but it is in our hands to keep doing the work until that becomes our new normal. I am so sure of myself that I'll be putting in the work, that I'm putting it out into the world, into the universe, and I'm telling you that I have manifested 1 million subscribers and I have made a living, an easy, abundant living out of it. Now, if you too really believe and you want to claim that belief, comment down what you're manifesting, what you've already manifested, to take accountability for its fulfillment. Don't worry about how it'll happen or when it'll happen, just know it will happen. And it will happen at the perfect time so that you can truly enjoy the fruits of all these years of patience. Because every adversity is making you a better version of yourself, making you a version of you that can truly enjoy your success. I hope this video helped you, and if you don't want to share your manifestation because you're afraid of sharing your successes, of sharing your goals with other people, I highly suggest that you watch this video next, because this fear might be blocking you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.